What would happen if we'd have called Messi and Ronaldo ball greedy at the age of 8 and 9? Would we have coached it out of them? Would we have coached their dribbling skills out of them? Hey everyone, Mark Russell from Rush 10 Soccer Coach. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. We've got a session for you today. It's an in possession session. It's a really quick one. It's going to test your players' dribbling skills. It's going to test your players' communication. It's going to test your players' passing. It's going to test your players' endurance. Speed with the ball, speed without the ball. If you're watching this and we are still on social distancing measures, then this is pretty good for that as well, as it keeps the players apart, keeps the teams apart. I ran this session last night actually for my under-12s grassroots team, and I really pushed them. I pushed them really hard. I have told them this season I'm going to push them hard in terms of physical aspects and technical aspects. I'll let you guys watch the session. Once it's finished, stick with me if you've got time, and I'll run through a few coaching points that Tommy picks up on in the session. Right, let's move straight into the graphics. Tommy will show you how to set it up. Enjoy.
Thanks for the intro, Mark. Let's get straight into the setup for this one. For this session, we are using 2 lanes and 4 players on each lane. This can obviously be adapted to your numbers, just bear in mind though, the smaller the numbers in each lane, the harder they work. I've highlighted the lanes and how they are separated. Between the blue cones and the red cones is where the players will dribble and pass the ball. In this session, we are looking for a number of learning outcomes: footwork when dribbling, accurate passing ability, speed with and without the ball. I would ask my players to get their heads up as often as possible. Let me take you into stadium view and add the players. We are looking for a dribble to the yellow cones, which is halfway on our lanes. Once we reach that point, it's a foot on the ball to stop it completely. Coaching point 1, this gives players the opportunity to have a quick scan and paint another picture. From there, they dribble through the end gates and come back to the group, dribbling through the side cones. As we look at it from a different angle, I want to pick up on coaching point 1. Quite often a player will have a picture in their mind of where the next pass or movement is coming from. Without a look up, they don't give themselves an opportunity to alter that picture. Okay, let us have a look at the full game and I'll keep quiet for a moment. After this, I'll take you through the progression to the next stage. Moving this session on, we now only need 1 ball per team. Again, the players use the yellow cones as the first focal point. Only this time they will check back with the ball, then play a short pass into their teammate, who will look to control and then play a pass back into the player. Once at the end gate, the player then plays a long pass, and then encouraged to make their way through the cones in a slalom sprint. Watching through again gives me a chance to explain coaching point 2. Our software doesn't allow for this as a visual, but it is important to show your players how to move off the yellow cones to receive the first pass back. Open up their body when receiving, enabling them to carry on with the momentum of the movement. I'm sure Mark will chat about that once our session is complete. Depending on the level you coach, this can become really demanding on the players. You can really push them, ask them to test themselves on the speed of dribble, accuracy of pass, communication when passing and receiving. I'm here to show you the session games and how they work. As a coach, it's your job to get the most out of your players in these games. Ask them why we get our head up when stopping the ball at the yellow cones, why we want to open our body to receive this pass, why we step away from the yellow cones as if they are defenders. As mentioned in previous videos, we are not EA Sports, so apologies for the graphics. However, you can get the idea of the game from these visuals. If you have any questions, comment below or contact Mark on any social platform. You'll also find the links for those below. For those who regularly ask, the software we use is called Tactical Pad. I'll hand you back to Mark. Let's hope he doesn't go on too much. The guy knows how to chatter.
Wicked, nice one, Tommy. And yes, I am going to go on. If you want to listen to a few coaching points, stick around to the end and I'll give you those. As I said at the beginning, I did push my under 12s last night. They're not a high level team. I knew I could test their technical ability and their skill levels. I also knew I could test their fitness. I really pushed them through the cones. The last bit where they're running through the cones without a football, I was asking them to really push themselves there. You know, get that slalom run, get that sprint on, really exert some energy. It doesn't take football ability to exert energy. I got a quote from somewhere in America, I think it was maybe NFL or something like that. He said, it's my job to take athletes to places they can't take themselves. When you're pushing them through a slalom run like that, that is exactly what he means. You can push them and push them and push them without being too harsh on them. Just test them, ask them if they can do it. Make sure they get there. You know, you guys have all got a passion for coaching. You know exactly how it's done and what you want from your players. So coaching point one that Tommy mentioned was talking about the dribbler in the first part of the session. When they're coming to the yellow cones, you're asking them to get their head up. One of the reasons why I think it's a good opportunity to coach this type of situation is you're going to get a lot of players, especially at a young age, that are called ball greedy. I don't know what they call them all around the world, but in this country, in England, we're called ball greedy, or they're called ball greedy. I've got a few players like that I've coached over the years, and one thing we don't want to do is, what would happen if we'd have called Messi and Ronaldo ball greedy at the age of 8 and 9? Would we have coached it out of them? Would we have coached their dribbling skills out of them? We don't want to do that. What we want to do is encourage them to actually play the ball and learn to play the ball and learn to look for another picture. So rather than telling them to pass or giving them a situation in a game where they're only allowed 2 or 3 touches, you know, each to their own. If you want to do that, that's up to you, but I don't coach like that. I would rather them have a look at painting another picture for themselves. So basically, when you are looking to get your head up on those yellow cones, you stop the ball, you put your head up, and then you go again. That might give you a situation where you've got a forward player or a winger who actually cuts inside and his head's down, and then he goes back into the fullback, and as he goes back into the fullback, that's where he hasn't had that look and he hasn't painted that other picture for himself. Encourage them to have a look and look up. That split second, that player might see a different picture, and then he might not, or she might not, try and take that fullback on again, or try and take that defender on again for the second time. They might see that other picture and ping the ball in. So it's really good to encourage them to get the head up. Get the head up for a look, get the head up on dribbling, get the head up when they're looking to pass the ball back as well. No, they need to know who they're passing to, where the player's gone. The player may have moved a little bit. Certainly on a football pitch he'll move or she'll move. It's easy to do these drills and these sessions because the players don't really move unless you've got a session. They literally stay in the position you've put them in and ask them to receive the ball there, which makes it easy for them to pass the ball because they know exactly where the player's going to be when they're passing it. Coaching point 2 on the second part of it, on the progression part, is open your body. So you're literally looking to step off the yellow cone as though it's a defender, lose your marker by half a yard, get that ball into feet, open your body. You've gone round the defender or through the cones. It's a momentum thing. If the ball's coming to you and you're looking to play it dead and kick the ball dead and drop the ball right in front of you, you're allowing the defender to come back up your backside and put pressure on you. And also, it's going to give you a situation where if that happens in real game, you're going to end up popping the ball dead. You'll have to go back into where it's come from or turn and face a defender that's right up next to you. Not ideal. So looking to open your body to receive allows momentum to carry on and the speed of thought and speed of process in the session. We've all got players of different abilities within our squads. Those that can't do it or those that don't do it as well as others, just keep encouraging, keep telling them that they can do it. Keep showing them exactly what you want from them. It's the only way they're going to learn if you show them and show them exactly what you want. And you know what? There is coaches out there who physically can't show them, and I get that. You'll have a player in your squad who can. Or if you've got a few better players than some of the other groups, have them show them for you. Get them to do it exactly how you want. Pick out the guys or girls who can do it best and have them demonstrate to the ones that can't do it so good. Just don't forget to praise every single one of them and find something good in the ones that have been shown how to do this. Don't want morale dropping. Right, that's it. I've gone on too long. Tommy Newellwood. Thank you very much for watching. Guys, the subscriber count's going up. The likes on these videos are going up. If you're still watching, smash that like button for me, please. Encourage people to subscribe and don't be afraid to get in touch with me. Twitter, Instagram, email, whatever you want. Facebook, find our account on there. Contact us and chat about football. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the session. There's more to come on this channel. We'll keep creating content for you guys. Keep sharing the knowledge. Stay safe. If you're watching this and we are still on social distancing measures,